and your life, a very special 12th installment where we look at small business and uplift small or young entrepreneurs in Antigua and Barbuda. And this evening we have with us Mr. Cordell, owner and proprietor of Mejor Econ Services. Well, before we took the break, I put certain questions on the table. So I want to ask you now about the Econ themselves. When it comes to preventative maintenance, how often should individuals do the necessary cleaning and servicing? Just like you service your car, I believe you have to service your Econ, if that's what I'm hearing from you.
You do have to service your aircon. You do have to service your like how you service your vehicle, but it all depends on the usage. Now, if you like me with the AC in your bedroom and you don't really like the cold so much, you might turn on your AC ever so often and use it. You wouldn't gather that much dust. But if you're in a business, in an office, you work 8 to 5. Let's say you're at APO and you work 8 to 5 every day, Monday to Friday. The AC will gather a lot more dirt, a lot more mold on a quicker base. So in that regards, you service every 3 months to get it properly maintained. I wouldn't risk it to go 6 months because a lot of traffic will happen like in APWay, what I mean. So they get a lot of dirt. But if you're in your home and you love AC and you can't sleep without the AC, what I mean, every 2 months, because I do have personal clients, how we work it out. Let's say service in January, we let 2 months pass, February pass, March pass, and by April, before April, they don't call, say, hey, AC need for service up. But through the contract we verbally agreed to, April come in and clean it. So it do depend, but within 2 to 3 months, I say you should, within a year, at least service it with at least twice. Get it checked out once a year.
Right. Well, I can speak about the ACs that I have at my home and in my business because El Mayor provides the servicing, did some installation and so forth for me. Now, I want you to speak to it, but I'm going to ask a question because I pretty much know from what I feel. Now, when you service the ACs more frequently, like every quarter, every 2-3 months,
You're right.
it provides a cooler. The ACs work better and they last longer.
They do because the AC will breathe because it's a cycle. Air circulating basically, circulation air. So when you come every 2-3 months, I'll be cleaning the filter, taking off the face, washing the wheel, the score, cleaning the pan. So you won't have sludge build up. So your AC won't be leaking water. Some people run the AC and never service it. And you can look and see that the face dirty. You can look and see how it's nasty. And then eventually start drip water, and then when they say, oh, the AC leaking water. Some people might go as far as putting a bucket under the AC, but when you reach to that level, it's cleaning. But once you come every 2-3 months, it prevents it from reaching so far, and it extends the compressor's life. It extends the life of the AC.
Well, I can attest to, and customers to my office can attest to. I have 2 ACs in my office. Mr. Luke, through his company, provides the servicing of and the maintenance to my AC. When persons come in, if it's in the summer month, they don't want to leave. Say, look, in here so nice. Like now it's a little chill. They ball murder because they say it's too cold and I only use one AC. And I will kind of test because we have a schedule where he comes and he does the cleaning, and I can attest to his work when he works. I'm saying, no stone is left unturned with this young man. He provides a professional service. But let me ask to know, Mr. Luke, about the refrigerators, the refrigeration. For me, I don't know if it's something in that too, but I have never called you or anybody to do servicing of a refrigerator. I usually, if the refrigerator not working, that's the time when I get a call, or that's the time when most persons call. Does servicing of refrigerators, should it be done just as we do with ACs?
They should. It's not a popular act. Nobody really study. Oh, during the year I have to go and service my refrigerator, but it's welcome. It's needed because what it does, what I do, I will clean the condenser and blow it out, which will make it breathe better and extend the life of your compressors. Because now when it got a lot of dust, and when you really go on there and got a dust when they call, you realize the fan not working because of all the dust. It mess with the bearing. The compressor not working. When you go behind there, the compressor overheat because so much dust. Sometimes, maybe an animal, rodent, might get stuck between the fan and you don't know. And then that now will cause the compressor to overheat and cause all kind of failure. So it is advisable to get your refrigerator service up at least once a year. You could call me at 723-3127 for a small fee, a walking fee of $100. Come and clear it, and also clear the drain, because some people do have the issue. Oh, the fridge has a leak water. There's water on the phone because it's not being maintained. Sludge built up, debris built up in the drain. As the heater comes on and melt the ice, all the stuff goes down into the drain holes. It gets clogged. So when you maintain it, you're getting the drain cleared. You don't have the water issue. You're cleaning the condenser. That means the fridge working quicker, reaching temperature quicker, and it just works better and lasts longer.
Well, thank you for that. Well, that's some knowledge for me this evening, and I'm sure for many of the listeners that yes, we all know that we service our ACs and we do the cleaning and so forth, but we should do that with our refrigerators too, right? What Mr. Luke of Mejor Aircon Services is saying, for refrigerators, at least once a year we should have that check, that look, and not wait until we have an issue with the refrigerator. So if we do a spot check once a year for the small fee, $100 easy dollars he just mentioned there, then that you should have, you would extend the life of your refrigerator.
And save you money in the long run.
Okay, great, and save you money. Well, Mr. Luke, I want to ask you, right? What would you say sets your business, El Mejor AC Services, and your refrigerating services apart from the competition? So somebody may say, well, look, I may want to go to XYZ. What would you say separate you from the competition?
Well, what I would say is the aim, the theme, and the mission for the business. El Mejor Aircon Servicing, the theme is where quality speaks for itself. And I tell myself, you said El Mejor Aircon Servicing. Remind you, it means the best services. So where quality speaks for itself, you have to put yourself every time providing the best quality service where it speaks for itself. You have to live up to the name. And the mission for the company is to provide the best quality refrigeration and air conditioning services and products to humanity. I'm trying to say all across the world, but right now I'm just in Antigua, but it's all across this world for the right price. That's the aim, you know what I mean? And the mission is to always provide honest and quality work for the right price, because that's the feedback really and truly I got back from customers. They complained that in the young days when I started out going out, when people were giving me opportunity to work on the fridge, they saying, "Boy, the people are honest. I'ma take your money, your fridge work 1 day, 2 day, no honesty, no." So I made it a mission to provide honesty and quality work where people could trust. So that's what sets El Mejor apart, and El Mejor is being highly recommended. I want to thank all my customers over the years. You have really blessed me, and right now you're referring me to people, and my phone is ringing joyously. So I'd just like to congratulate you all for the wonderful work that you have done in building me thus far. And let us keep up the good work. I keep providing the excellent service, and you keep finding the customers.
But what I noticed too, Mr. Luke, is that not only the service is excellent, because, as a customer of yours, I can speak, right? Is that the fee that you charge, you don't have to go through your fee structure now, you don't have to, right? But your fee, right, is also very affordable.
The right price. That's the mission. Provide the best quality refrigeration, air conditioning service for the right price.
Indeed. Well, you have it all wrapped up there, man. I'm feeling so proud to be sitting beside a young person and who can see where you're going and providing such service to the nation of Antigua and Barbuda. Because I always say in this program that our national hero, Sir MacLean Emmanuel, I don't know if he's a national hero, I don't know, I can't remember, but I know he's a knighted person, said in song that if honey's in the rock of Antigua and Barbuda, he wants his share. And I say that young persons who are not going down the bad road, because you see, if we see things happening on Facebook all over, young people not living up, we are quick to beat them down. But on the opposite side, young people who are being positive and living positive lives, right? We are very slow on the uptake to lift them up. And one of the things that we're going to do here every end of the month, we are going to lift up the young persons who have taken that plunge into the business world, as we're doing this evening.
I would just like to take the opportunity after you say that to thank you and your team at Personal Financial Solutions for inviting me and El Mejor to come on the, what they call it?
Money on Your Life.
Money on Your Life. The algorithm. What they call the first thing when you do it the first time? Because this is the first time.
Oh, this is the 12th installment.
Yeah, but the first time you're doing this segment.
Yes. This is the first segment where for young entrepreneurs.
Right. So they have a word for it, but it slipped my mind. So I just like to just thank you and thank you at Personal Financial Solutions for this opportunity.
Okay, you're most welcome. Yeah. Because we have other persons, but we had to decide and the person to come first. But we felt that, and since I have worked along with you over the number of years, and I've seen your growth, and I've seen your tenacity, and know that you are going to go places, I say, well, look, I am going to start with you as the first, as our for this segment,
right.
to be the first person. So you're most welcome, Mr. Luke. But as we're talking in that same vein, looking ahead, right? What are some of the goals that you have for yourself and for your business, El Mejor AC Services?
Well, to become the one-stop shop for all your refrigeration and air conditioning needs, basic comfort parts, materials, and service. So you expand that. Not just refrigeration, air conditioning. It could be a vehicle, it could be in grocery shop, wherever it is. In parts and the service, make El Mejor be the one-stop shop. Buy all your AC parts, one-stop shop. When you come here, it's like a one-stop shop for all your refrigeration and air conditioning needs. That's the goal and the aim in developing as the time goes by to build Mejor into that state.
Well, I do hope and I believe that the good Lord will keep my eyes open, because you have set yourself some goals I know before, and you have been achieving your goals one by one. And if you're saying this grand goal this evening is to ensure, and I want persons to remember this evening, the 30th of April, 2025, Mr. Cordell Luke of Mejor AC Services. He's saying that you're going to hear this business name for all of Antigua Barbuda, the citizens and the residents. Whether you speak English, whether you speak Spanish, whether you speak Cockney, anything you speak, this young man is saying, Mejor AC Services is going to be the one-stop shop for refrigeration, ACs, for homes, vehicles, businesses, cars in the future. And the little that I know of him, I am saying to you, that is going to become a reality. I might not be here, but persons will remember that this young man is a young man that is driven by success, driven for achievement, driven to do things that are wholesome. So we can help by giving him the type of support that is required. A lot of times in Antigua and Barbuda, we talk and talk and talk, but when it comes to the action, and according to one of my good friends there, Robin, he loves to say, show me your motion. So we have to show the motion and give that support. So that is really laudable. It's commendable. That lofty goal. And that's how we have to think, in business, in anything that we do in our lives. We have to set goals, and then we set our plans to achieve our goals as we chip away and chip away and chip away. But we have to make sure we start with action. And Mr. Cordell Luke is an action man from
way back.
From way back. He's an action man. Okay, let me just pivot a little bit and ask another question here. Now, this here is going to bring in more money and so forth into the discussion. And I'm saying here, for homeowners, a sudden AC repair or refrigeration repair or purchase can sometimes be an unexpected expense. Are there any strategies or financial tools you have seen used to handle these types of situations? Now, what I'm alluding to, right, and I am alluding to it more from a point where people plan their lives. Have you seen, and you don't have to call no name or anything, it's a situation where you're saying that some of the ACs or refrigeration, that persons might not be in a position to do the type of repair or replace an AC because they would not have planned financially for it?
I haven't really come across much of that. Or in the fridge part, what I do is, if the compressor is bad, they might have the $600 or the $500 to purchase a new compressor at the time.
Mm-hmm.
But to my network, I will call Orlando, right there on Kentish Road. Say, hey, Orlando, you have any second-hand compressor? Orlando always have good compressors that, last. And people go to the second-hand route and get a second-hand compressor, which does the same quality of work. But that's the more I experience where finance is concerned. They might have had a part for the new one, but they'll gladly put in a second-hand one.
Okay, great. So this is where I want to interject some aspect of personal finance into the discussion, where to ensure that you have the requisite funds to take care of your compressor, to do repair or replace your AC unit, to replace or repair your refrigerator. You have to put in place what we spoke about some time ago, your emergency fund. So this is now, I am bringing it real life situation. You have your refrigerator, your compressor gone bad. Mr. Luke he does his assessment. You need a new compressor. $600, $700, $800. On your refrigerator, you have all of your items, your grocery you just purchased yesterday. You look, all of your perishables may cost you another $500. So you're looking at 8 plus 5, $1,300 there. So if you don't have that $800, you'll be losing your $500 in perishable items on your refrigerator. So from personal financial perspective, money and your life, we are saying to persons, put your emergency fund in place so that when these emergency expenses arise from time to time, you have your $600, you have your $3,000, you have your $1,000 to deal with these expenses. Remember, we said an emergency fund is, at least for me, and COVID has taught us, 1 year of your monthly salary or your weekly wage. So if you work for $3,000 per month, we're looking at where you should have a minimum of 36, right? 3,000, 12 times 3, $36,000. Start. So if you have that as a emergency fund, you can more than call Mr. Luke when you have that emergency and tell him, look, that compressor, we need that compressor to go in today because we want to save the $500 grocery we bought yesterday. So we are putting to you now the real life application of your emergency fund. So start your emergency fund. If you don't have your emergency fund, start your emergency fund today. Start to build that emergency fund because you never know when you may need that emergency fund. Let me just make one other quick point before I give Mr. Luke an opportunity to wrap up. And I'm going to look on the personal side now. I say ensuring your business and your personal finances are well managed is critical for your business. Now, Mr. Luke, so far as your business is concerned, do you keep your business finances and your personal finances separate so that you can see what's happening in your personal life and in your business life?
Well, I do separate them. I follow the advice from Personal Financial Solution, and he suggests when it comes to money and your life, you don't want to deal with pepper pot. You want to deal with a strong, straight, transparent food, if you understand what I mean. You don't want things mix up this, mix up that, because at the end of the day, when you have to deal with inland revenue and other companies, you want to be straight and transparent so they can see. So I follow the advice of Personal Financial Solution, and I separate my personal finances and my business finances.
Perfect. Perfect. Because you see, in business, in accounting, you have a concept called the business entity concept, which says that your business is separate and distinct from the owner. Now, for a corporation, for a company, it is clear that the business and the owners, the shareholders, are different. We'll expound on it another time when we look at business formation, but I just want to explain because you're very, very good there with your response. For partnerships and sole proprietorships, the business and the owner, you don't have that demarcation. So what happens most of the time that cause businesses to fail is that you have this commingle, and as Mr. Luke mentioned, the pepper pot arrangement, where your personal finances and your business finances is so mixed up. You don't know your head from your feet. You don't know whether you're going or whether you're coming. So it's very important to follow that concept, the business entity concept, which says the business is separate and distinct from its owners. So you maintain your business financials over here, and you do your business, your personal finances over there, and you don't commingle. So I am very proud that you are following that concept to ensure that your business and your personal life is clean and clear. So Mr. Luke, it's 8 o'clock. We have another program coming up. So I give you the opportunity now to say your parting words to the people of Antigua and Barbuda.
Well, I'd just like to just thank the listeners who tuned in tonight. Thank you again for inviting me, Mr. Stewart, on your show. And I'd just like to say, if you know of anyone in Antigua and Barbuda with refrigerators and air conditioning issue, and you want quality work, because you know the knockout that you face with people come and take your money and fridge now work and all the dramas, because I've heard all the pain. I've even come after work when fridge man have come and done damage, and I have to be the hero and rescue it time and time again. So if you know of anybody going through these turmoil or needs the service, especially as the heat is on, give us a call today at 723-3127 or at 724-4377, and we will sort you out for the right price.
Well, it's only left for me to say thank you to our listeners, to our program, our 12th installment, Money and Your Life. And I want to thank Mr. Cordell Luke of Mejor AC Services for gracing us with his presence this evening. And I want to say to the public that when we have our young people doing good, we have to support them, because it's easy to cry down young people when they make mistakes. But when they're doing and they're moving in a positive way, let us not only support them with words, but with our actions and with our money, so that they can lift up. And we say, if the young people are the future of Antigua and Barbuda, let us give them that lift. We say at Personal Financial Solutions, we want you to live happy, healthy, and wealthy lives. So we say, support Mr. Luke, support Mejor AC Services as we end our 12th installment of Money and Your Life. Blessings to you.